Hey anyone, how's it going? And welcome back to Bite Size Marathons. Today we're watching the very last episode of Bad Batch Season 1. How did we get here? Where did all the time go? I have no clue. I would like to just say that this will also be the last janky reaction. I really wished it didn't land right on finale day, but I don't know. It's either that or wait until I get home. And I didn't want to wait. So, back to the show. Last episode, we saw them. They knocked out Crosshair. Kamino is being blasted to rubble. And they have to escape. I don't know. I have no clue what's going to happen next. And I have no clue how they're going to fit in at least 25 minutes of an episode inside just escaping Kamino. If they're just going to escape Kamino. Maybe they're going to do something else. I don't know. I'm hoping for at least one more confrontation with Crosshair. I don't know. It's just a mystery. I'm really excited to see it. Let's just get into the episode. Kamino lost. Again, the show's animation always works the best when it's dark. And the lighting, it all just works for me. What previously wordless intro was just so cool. Omega is separated again.
Into the sea. Then, rendezvous with the fleet.
Well, I'm glad none of you noticed the Marauder just anchored a few miles away. And I also now know why convenient it was for the Marauder to have its landing platform be so far away.
Omega?
We're sinking. This is just...
Aerial bombardment, but are now moments away from ground.
not helpful, AZ. That's what they're trying to do. I'm surprised that vibroblade isn't snapping in two. Come on. Thank gosh that bow can work underwater. What are those little rebreather things when you need them? There's Crosshair. Can Crosshair make it through? Oh, there he is. Please don't show there are still babies in those pods. It's not really like Kamino was a significant place, but still, seeing this, it's horrible. And the music this episode is just top notch. It really is a swelling score. It really gets you to feel that emotion. And now here they are on the bottom of the seafloor. Come on, Crosshair. He's coming. He's just grumpy, so we'll start after.
Our old barracks is one of the few compartments.
Of course.
Albeit temporarily.
This is our room? Oh, what happened to it?
At least the smell's gone. A real leader protects his squad.
Mm-hmm.
When that's gotten here.
Speaking of, protects his squad. Crosshair, who's killed all of you.
Leadership.
All of his squad.
Look, I landed on the underwater tunnel.
How vastly convenient.
She's calling the shots now.
Yes. Shut up, Crosshair.
You have a better idea. This might work.
I mean, yes.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't he have said that before he started? Yeah, let's go. Really, guys? Is this a walk? Okay.
They need to know.
Still would have taken you.
Let him go, Wrecker. Crosshair has always been severe and unyielding. It is his nature. You can understand it. It does not mean that I agree with you.
Logical point. Hash it out, guys. So maybe just run through.
This enclosure remains a viable means of transport.
Run! Stop standing there and waiting for it to break. Oh no. Sea creatures. That's great.
These tunnels are protected, right?
Only when the power is operational. Which it is not.
Run! What? Star Wars and their sea monsters.
Restoring power should deter the creature.
What is that thing? Have we seen it before? The subtitles don't indicate that. See, if you would have all just started running from the beginning, you would have been able to avoid this far easy.
She now. Because she was there.
Yep.
Omega was created before us. Technically, she is older than we are.
Oh, they said it. I think I said that last time.
Her oxygen
AZ,
levels will be
you have a
critical
speeder
in
mode.
hours.
Please take someone to the Marauder.
This is what Empire will control the entire galaxy.
Shut up, Crosshair.
I'm going to be a part of it.
You know, like your dying battery.
Complete the task.
Won't that be dangerous?
Anybody give him a charge? Oh, AZ's gonna die, isn't he? Damn. Well, they really trust her to give her, you know, the bombs and the trigger. Oh gosh. AZ, we're supposed to hold on to that. Shite. Where's that giant monster when you need him? No. Come on.
Don't give up. We're nearly there.
Ah,
No!
damn it. Lost AZ again.
I'm going after AZ.
Omega! Don't be, no! I'm so glad we're disregarding water pressure.
I don't see it.
I would have crushed her! And how are you going to get back up there without getting the bends? Oh my god. Don't worry, Crosshair's doing something. Good job, Crosshair. But still, slow down. Slow down. Don't lift them up so... really glad we're just ignoring water pressure. At least they got AZ3. That's good, but man, look at that. Come on, Crosshair.
I made my decision.
Come on. Crosshair, this isn't gonna go well. She already reported that you killed your squad. Come on, Grumpy Crosshair. Always gotta be the last one on the ship. Let's go. Come on.
Thank you for saving AZ.
Consider us even.
Come on. Crosshair, please. Please be the grumpy big brother. Come on, just get on the thing. Crosshair. Wow, what? Look at that. That's amazing.
Mistress Nala Faith, welcome. We are all admirers of your scientific talents.
Those are the cloners we saw.
Has big things
That marking.
planned for you.
Those are the cloners that we saw messing with Grogu. What big things? Show us something, please. And that was it. Kamino lost. Episode 16. The end of Bad Batch Season 1. I said this at the beginning, but where did the time go? Season 1 is done. Yes, we're getting a Season 2, but that's another Star Wars animated show in the books. It's nuts. For this episode, I gotta say, very dark. And for where I was watching it, kind of made it hard to see the screen. So I'll probably watch it again later in a more dimly lit environment so I could catch all the details. But in the dark is where the animation works the best, because their lighting system, all that just pops so much more than if it's just a bright sunny day. And the stuff, what's being depicted as they're running through the destructed Kamino is just so cool. I don't know what to say. It just looks amazing. I was wondering at the beginning how they're gonna, fit like this escape from Kamino so quickly, but that's only because I wasn't thinking they'd ride the city down to the bottom of the seafloor and still be stuck in it at that point. I thought, oh, okay, they gotta get away before the thing sinks, but apparently not. No, they rode it all the way down to the seafloor, which luckily enough isn't that deep, and yeah, well, it worked, and they were able to make it. Then, Crosshair. A lot of people were expecting this to happen, right? Where it turns out we were thinking after he takes out the chip, he'll still remain loyal to the Empire. That's right. We were just wrong that, the chip was already taken out. And he still chose the Empire at the end there, and I was kind of pissed off. It's like, come on, Crosshair. But I also realize I'm pissed off because as a viewer, I know more than he does. I know that a member of his squad got away and reported back to Rampart. And I know that probably is going to create some complications for Crosshair in the future. But Crosshair doesn't know that. Right? As far as he thinks, the rest of his squad, his ES squad, is down at the bottom of the ocean, which means he can claim whatever he wants when the Empire shows up. And I'm sitting there, let's be honest, if the Empire shows up. I don't know why Rampart would go back. But he stayed. He's like, I'm gonna choose the Empire, and it's like, alright, fine, Crosshair, fine. Do what you want. Well, I can do anything about it. Hopefully he'll, come back next season. He probably will come back next season. And, rejoin them at some later date, but I don't know. I just really wanted him to be that kind of grumpy extra brother in the Bad Batch, but not yet, apparently. The Empire still has to show him that they don't care about him, so I don't know. The way the status is, maybe that's like an early game thing. Like, early on in the season he'll change his mind, but I don't know. We may have another extended thing. The episode also gives the chance for the other Bad Batch to kind of like flush things out with Crosshair, right? We haven't really seen them talk much about him this whole time. You'd think there would be more like anything, but no, we haven't really had anything since, they were arguing so many episodes ago about like, oh, Wrecker, go over there and take that spot, but that's Crosshair's spot. It's like, Crosshair ain't here. And that's really it. They've really avoided talking about him unless it's in the fact that he's opposing them. We got to see that they still care about him. Whether or not, they'll come on, say those words, they still care about him, even though they, heavily disagree with what he's done with the Empire. And dang it, you should just step on the ship, Crosshair. Great episode, great way to end the finale. Now, while we're here, let's talk about the season as a whole. It was a good season, let's be honest. It was a good season, a great start to this show. Hopefully the show is gonna last longer than 2 seasons. But let's also be honest, it was slow. there was a lot of episodes that, by the definition of the word filler, are filler episodes. Just so many, again and again. We all had dreams of glory, of like this clone rebellion and all this nonsense, and we got spiders, like that flying thing, the baby Rancor. Nothing all that crazy, in all honesty. So I don't know. Maybe I understand I've been spoiled a bit, because the other Disney Plus shows I've been watching like this, they're short and they get to the point really quickly, right? Because they're that short. They really have not that much time to waste on crazy other episodes, right? But Bad Batch did have that time, more like a traditional show, and it took a lot of time. But I understand it. Keep in mind that Star Wars Rebels, which is my favorite animated show, shock and horror, apparently. But that first season was slow as well. I mean, we had an entire episode dedicated to Ezra and Zeb just stealing some Meluron fruit from the Empire. What else are we supposed to do with that? It's boring. But Rebels did the same thing. They really had largely like lots of like filler, fun stuff, character stuff, until later seasons where we got more, heavy stuff and more important stuff. And I think Bad Batch is going to be exactly the same way, right? We'll have, this season was boring and next season will be more interesting. David Filoni has done in the past. And this end credits scene here, well, end credits, but this last scene here with Nala Se is really showing that these new shows with Bad Batch are all having this connective tissue, right? Here we see these Kaminoans, human like cloners of the Empire, with the Kaminoan symbols that we saw all the way back in Mandalorian Season 1. Right? If that's not some kind of planning of some kind of long-term plan, I don't know what else to say. Right? We saw this all the way back in Season 1, and now we're here. And we already know that Mandalorian, Rangers of the New Republic, and Ahsoka, I think it's the Ahsoka show, or maybe it was one of the other shows, but they're headed for a combined finale. Now it looks like Bad Batch may have a hand to play in that. Now, I don't know what that means. Is that sequel stuff? Is that not sequel stuff? I'd prefer it to be sequel stuff. Could we see a grown-up Omega, please? Like, K-Fun Omega as a kid here. Could we see an adult Omega down the line in the live-action shows? I would very much like that to happen. We now have Book of Boba Fett. Could Omega, his sister, show up? I don't know. All in all, it was a great show of Star Wars. It was a great episode. It was a great show. And I just had fun watching it. I know I'm going to have fun rewatching it in context with the other shows when I do my, annual marathons. And yeah, this is it for Star Wars streaming until December, I think. Or, yeah, I think December is when we're getting Book of Boba Fett. So, yeah. It's time to say goodbye to the galaxy for a bit. Over here will be the next reaction whenever we get Season 2. Over here will be a playlist of all my videos. And on my face will be the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, criticize even. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.